let's let her out. There she goes. Got my bee jacket. Got all my equipment set out. Did the queens make it? Hey everybody, so you know I recently I pinched some queens, and the whole purpose was to get younger queens in and hopefully not have to deal with swarming as much next year. Come next season, should these queens make it through the winter, that's if they were accepted, I will have younger queens and hopefully they will just lay it up for me. So I'm really curious. I'm going to start in the front here with the Apimaye little nuke, and we're just going to go through and check on these queens. Now, I'm dressed pants everything today because we have had very bad storms coming through in the last few days. We did last night. It's still overcast now, so I don't know the behavior of these colonies. Typically, you'll see that in days where stormy, the bees just don't want bothered, and I don't want bothered either. So that said, let's get into this first nuke here, see if that queen is in there. If they're not marked, I'm going to mark them real quick, and let's just go through some colonies. So come on. Has the queen been released, and is she okay? There is a baby bee coming out. All right, so didn't see a queen. So what I'm going to do is I'll come back and check on this in a couple days. Now we should start to see eggs should a queen be in here. So let's move on to the next one and start checking the next. Well, next hive I went to, you look at that. That's not good. Other side as well. So I think with this one here, they had in mind to do what they were going to do, so I'm hoping that I don't have the same issue like I did earlier in the year. This will really set my fall behind. Now, if I find the queen in here, I will crush those cells down. Oh my, look at that. This is really going to set this hive behind. Well, all right, here we have one. So I'm going to mark her. All right, got one of them. There she goes. All right, everybody. Today is August 31st, and I am back over at the split that I did. And then we're also going to look at some of these others. Now, those two there had cells, so I'm not going to touch those. Right now is a very critical time where if I get in there, I could actually do more damage. So I'm going to check these others. Now, I did find some queens in here. Just make sure. I want to see how their brood patterns are. I want to look in the end, look at that one there with the cage on it as well. Just double check and see how things are going. So let's get into this split here, see what we find, and hopefully we see some brood patterns. So let's get on in this colony. All right, I see some larvae down in there. So that is good. Some larvae over in this section over here. That's good. Excellent. Now my eyes, because of the lighting, I cannot see down in there to see if there are eggs. That would be the telltale sign if I could see eggs on if there was a queen. But I'm trying to spot her, that way I can mark her. That's good. My gosh, that's good. Alright, well, I'm looking on my phone here and I see eggs down in there, so I know this colony is queen right. So I'm just going to put it back together. So this split, I can say it took, there's eggs in there, so I know it has to be from the new queen that I just put in. There would not be eggs in those cells, so it looks like this one here is on its way. All right. Well, right here you can see the queen that I marked in this colony here. Very dark queen. I tend to like those. Had really good luck with those. You see her just down along that edge. Now to me it looks like she still has some size to put on her. You know, she's starting to plump out though. So she's in there. She's doing her thing. Hopefully this colony here will build on up. It's mainly one, you know, it's one 10-frame box almost packed out. So if I have to condense it down, I will do that. But you can see that queen right there. She's walking down along that edge, so she is good. This next colony here, I'm looking at it, and there is wet brood clear across it. So I know there is a queen in here. So, excellent. That is what I want. Now, if I've had a hiccup with 2 colonies, that's okay. I can always equalize. You can see they're building wax on this frame that I've put in there. But I will equalize across, you know, if need be. So, that's excellent. There's some drone brood on here. I see wet brood on there as well. So, looking good. Looking good. I noticed that the super that was on this thing was filled up. So I got another empty that I'm going to put on it. So I'm going to get this thing back together and just move down the lines. There is solid brood from edge to edge on here, and there's new. So I see eggs up in this region here. There are eggs. So the queen's got to be in here somewhere. If I don't spot her, that's fine. I don't really want to go into the lower brood box if I do not have to. Okay, so we're wrapping it up. Now, I've got 2 colonies that did not take the queens. What I found out, it was my error. So hopefully, if I can help one person out by doing this video, then that will be a reward for me. Now, what I found out, later in the fall, you should wait at least 3 to 5 days before you put your queens in. I waited 24 hours like I do early in the spring. In the fall, you gotta wait a little longer, and that's probably why these 2 colonies here did not accept the queens that I put in. The others, they are doing wonderful. When I checked them at a 7-day mark, I was kind of, you know, like, I really didn't see what I had thought I would see, but I gave them time, and that's one thing you got to learn in beekeeping is patience. Look at that, tagging me right on my hand. But one thing you got to learn is patience, and I gave them a little bit of time, and now they're laying it up. So what I'm looking for this to do is give me young queens going into the spring so that they'll lay it up, and maybe I'll decrease my swarm tendencies. So we'll see. But that's my requeening in August in Northeast Ohio. So I'd appreciate it if you all give it a thumbs up you know, if you want to subscribe, do that also, and follow along, because there's going to be plenty more to come. So we have a fall harvest that's going to be coming up, so y'all got to watch that. Going to be interesting here this fall. I've never had this many supers going to be on colonies. So, but you all take care. Appreciate you watching, and until the next one.